2048 is a number. Quite a large one, in fact. Alright, end the video, bye-bye. Just kidding, I wouldn't post a video that's just me saying 3 sentences. Maybe. Anyway, 2048 is a number, but it's also a game. Quite an addicting one, in fact. But I'm not here to talk about my odd addictions, I'm here to talk about a game. Specifically, 2048. Specifically, the history of 2048. Let's begin. Alright, let's begin. 2048 was made in March of 2014 and published on GitHub, made by Italian web developer Gabriele Chibulli. It was intended to be an improved version of 1024, although I can't find much information about this game. Anyway, 1024 was a clone of another game called Threes, so I guess that means that 2048 is a clone of Threes as well. Threes was released a month before 2048 back in February of 2014 on iOS, and later ported to Android, Windows Phone, which was a mobile operating system, and Xbox One for some reason. Moving on from odd port decisions, within weeks of the game's release, clones started popping up everywhere, and Apple named it the best iPhone game of 2014. Concerning the clones, games like Fives were created, and among these knockoffs, a game called 1024 appeared. Threes, 1024, and probably Fives were all conceptually similar in that you slide little numbered tiles around on a grid. These tiles, when slid into another tile of the same number, would fuse together and make a tile that has the sum of the two added tiles as its number. This would go on until there were no matching tiles that could slide into each other, since they can't go through tiles with non-matching numbers, or in the case of 1024 and possibly other games with this concept, you reach a certain number. Once you reach this certain number, you can either choose to keep going or abandon your quest of, achieving higher numbers. In Threes, you could only move the tiles one space if possible, while in games such as 2048, they go as far as possible if possible. Fun fact, Threes almost had sushi as the tiles instead of classic tiles, but with faces. Who looked at these tiles and was like, you know what this game needs? Seafood. And then someone else was like, nah, give him faces. Faces on sushi? Nah, make him plain rectangles. I couldn't find any info on 1024, so let's move on to the star of our show. 2048. 2048 is conceptually similar to Threes, of course, so now that that's out of the way, let's get into more detail. The team that developed Threes was puzzled by the mass amount of popularity 2048 was getting and called it the Commander Team to their Super Mario Bros. But enough about Threes, let's talk about 2048. 2048 is a game where you slide numbered tiles around and, yeah, you get the picture. The goal is to reach the 2048 tile, which I myself have yet to do. My top tile number is 512. Anyway, as you go on, you gain points for combining tiles. The amount of points you get depends on the tile you create. My high score is somewhere in the 4,000s, I think. 2048 was originally a browser game, but was ported to iOS, Android, the 3DS, and Apple TV. Can you imagine playing 2048 on a television? It was described as viral and addictive by critics. That's good, I think. Higher scoring tiles emit a soft glow. Speaking of higher scoring tiles, the highest tile you can get is 131,072. Don't ask me how that was discovered. Wait, 2048 is on speedrun.com. The world record as of August 27th is held by Hobbelweg of the Netherlands at 33 seconds. Congrats. Many clones of this clone of a clone have been released, such as a 3D version. Trust me, it's not as cool as you may think. Anyway, that's all I got for now. Stay safe, eat biscuits, and have fun.